Hmm. Good morning, Mary. How are you? I'm glad. Morning, F4. Morning, Sean. Ugh. Sorry, guys, for not being able to be on right at market open. My sister's car broke down, so I had to go and help her out. However, doesn't look like I missed that much. Pretty much only thing that broke was snow. So, I mean, it happens. Whatever. Roku. Okay. Taking out all-time highs right now as we speak. Love to see it. What was I just? Oh yeah, Disney looked like it was about to go as well. We'll see if it does. Uh, Honestly, guys, a lot of the plays that I was looking for today was pretty dependent on a pretty gnarly gap up in some of these stocks, and so I'm waiting for it right now. If none of these do break today, we'll always end up waiting on them until later. We won't enter anything just blindly. So, how are all of you guys though? How's your morning been so far? Happy it's Friday. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Isaac, I mean, it doesn't look like much has happened while I was gone. Hello, Sandra. It's awesome that you finished class, Ryan. Love to hear it. Is it too late for snow calls? Yes, definitely too late. Entry would have been right above 343.1 ish. So you would have been getting in right around here if you wanted to enter them. Let's check out Amazon. Or not. If my charts decide to freeze, that's cool too. How do I like CWH long term? Are you talking shares or options, Ryan? Okay, this is really pissing me off. Options. Like, how long term of options are you talking? Are you talking like years out, or are you talking like weeks out? Two to 3 months. Let's take a look here. I don't know why my charts are doing this right now, but it's really annoying me. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got like some sort of, descending channel slash bull flag going on here. The tricky part would be to find entry. I think theoretically entry would have been right around here. However, you know, I don't think I don't know enough about this company to say whether I like it as like a long-term investment. 2 to 3 months, you know, you're still looking at the technicals there. So I mean, that would be up to your own technical analysis. Yeah, I mean, I don't see really any solid big resistances that you could play off of, besides that channel that we were just looking at on it. Wow. Well, congrats to any of you guys that caught snow. I'm kind of bummed out that I missed it, but you know, I guess it's the way things go. So right now, guys, what we're looking for, looking for Kroger, it's at a really big support here. Um, Support right here. Yeah, I think I was just looking at Facebook Nimmer. Really big support right here. You know, if we are trying to play the bounce off of it, I would like to play it out of this um, little range that we see formed on it. So I would be playing the bounce above 31.2. However, as you guys can see here, if we even pull up like the hourlies, if my chart's, I don't understand why it's moving so slow right now. Right, pretty big support here, right around this 30.3 mark. You know, we even see pretty big bounce back here. Nimmer, I'll look at Facebook again. However, I believe I was just looking at it like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to be waiting on this one to break out of this symmetrical triangle for sure. Ooh, nice. Disney looks like it's breaking out here. Okay. We're going to be playing it probably above 154.45, but we'll see a good confirmation once when it's above this trend line here, guys. As you can see, you know, a little bit of a trend line going on here. Nothing like huge, nothing super special, but definitely something we want to keep in mind. So that'll be a little bit of confirmation, but I'm down to take a little bit of a riskier entry on it. Hey, Kev, what's up? I was just looking at Netflix. Yeah, I mean, basically, I'm waiting for it to reach 510.56 here. That's kind of like a pretty big resistance that we see here. Um, Once it breaks that, we'll scalp it up to like 514.5-ish. Okay, what gap to fill are you looking at? Five ten, 520. I don't see any gap there, my guy. And I mean, yeah, I guess even if you do think that there's a gap there, you know, if you were going to play that, you wouldn't enter anything until it breaks into the gap right around 510, right? So, yeah, I don't see anything there in terms of a gap fill. I see a pretty solid resistance, but that's it. I think if you want to see a good example of a gap fill, a great example would be Kroger. You see how just recently we got this nice big gap down here on Kroger, right? If we play the break of 31.2, at that point in time, we would theoretically be playing a gap fill on Kroger. It was on my left. Are you talking about right here, Kevin? Yes. Well, here's the deal, is that gap has already been filled multiple times. You know, like it's one of those things where the stock has already traded inside of that since that gap down. So it's not really there anymore, if that makes sense, Kev. Yeah, for sure, man. Look at Twitter for a perfect gap. Let's look at Twitter. Yeah, beautiful gap, right? So theoretically, you would have been entering right around here. Great gap fill, and like it looks like it's filling the gap right now. If that makes sense to you, Kevin. This is a great example of a gap fill. Anyway, let's check out Disney again. I'm trying to figure out how we want to play Disney here. I'm deciding if we want to be playing off of this all-time high break or if we want to play a bit safer and wait for the trend line. We'll see when the time comes, I guess. Snow Beauty. Oh, you're right, Sean. I didn't answer that. I would say it depends on what you're playing. I would say I would very highly suggest 12/11s. However, those, 0 days till expiration contracts, if you really are a crackhead, they definitely move a lot, so if that's what you're into, you can go for it, but it's a lot riskier, and the theta will be taking you out very quickly. So if you're holding your position for more than like 2 minutes, I would suggest the 12/11s. Yes, sir, Sean. Since I mentioned crackhead, Tesla. Yeah, yeah. Where is Tesla on my watch list? I feel like it should be up here, but it's not. Looks like we're gonna have to search for it. What a crackhead for sure. I mean, above 600 wouldn't be a terrible play on Tesla. I'm kind of down if you guys are. It would be one of those things where I would say that it is more gambling than anything else, but it's also Tesla, so that'd be kind of fun. Well, I guess let's start from the beginning again. You see, guys, this is the part of trading that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about the part of trading where no setups are breaking. and all you're doing is just sitting at your monitor, constantly scrolling through your stocks. That's a part of trading nobody talks about, the boring part. Exactly, Mary. So we're waiting. We could see SQ above this 208.71. I like its momentum. However, looks a bit sus to me. So I guess let's see if it rejects here. If it rejects here, then we'll think about entering. If it doesn't, though, then we'll stay out. Are you going to reject or not? Talk to us. Thoughts on NIO for a possible swing? I haven't really been trading NIO just because it's, super crazy lately. And I find that a lot of news drives that stock. So, you could have a perfectly set up, technical analysis on it, but then some news article drops and it wrecks everything. So I generally don't play it. Your chart, Leo, has been changed. Oh, it's because of my other. Okay. Yeah, we won't enter SQ. Looks great, guys. For those of you guys wondering, really good volume. We see increasing volume still on this push upwards. Had a nice little bounce off of VWAP. I was just hoping to find some sort of like resistance to be playing off of, and there's none really holding up. So we shall not play it. Peloton. I like Peloton. Sandra, are you talking long term, short term? What are you asking about Peloton? Short term. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to short it, long it? Are we setting up a spread? Are we setting up a strangle, a straddle? What's the thoughts? You're thinking about going long on it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, actually, not a terrible idea. I would say, like, definitely more so a swing than anything else, but it seems like there's some sort of, trend line here. It'd be tough to really hash out, but we also see, it's kind of bouncing off of that 200 moving average right now. So I don't see necessarily anything that I can play on it. However, if you have some particular trading strategy that you really like that you're seeing right now, then I guess go for it. For me, though, I will not. Disney. Yep. Still watching this bad boy. I really like Disney, guys. As a company, I think they're great. And, of course, their earnings are going to be way down from this coronavirus and stuff, but it's a lot like the cruises. People are already booking rooms and all that stuff at their properties. Exactly. They make like a 300% profit on any food they sell you. They sell a mixed drink for $25. I mean, come on. And people buy it. So like I don't know. I really like the company long term, and they're just in so many different industries too, right? They got Disney Plus now, huge in the movie industry. They have hotels, they've got the amusement parks. I think they even actually have cruises now, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but for some reason I thought that they had like a Disney cruise or something now too. And like it's just wild. Yeah, they do have cruises. Yeah, thank you, Mary. So I think long term, I really am bullish on these guys. Like when I say long term, I mean like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I can see them doing really well. Um, Short term, obviously, coronavirus is going to be affecting the stock movement more than anything else. Just because that's kind of what's wrecking all their revenue right now. Facebook app, VWAP, if anybody's trying to play a VWAP bounce, looks like it found a support level here. So if anybody likes VWAP bounces, I would say now's the time on Facebook. What are J&J is doing right now? Here's the deal, guys, is I really want to enter Facebook calls right now. Like this VWAP bounce is beautiful. The one thing is, I'm just thinking about this risk reward right now, right? We'd probably have stop loss, right around 280.5-ish, right where this support is. And I'm thinking like, where would we really be taking profits, right? And we'd really only be taking profits, 283.5, 284 area. So I'm not entering just because the risk reward ratio, in my opinion, isn't there. But it looks really nice. Like I really want to. Everything in me is telling me to. But, gotta stay logical. No emotions in this house. Disney, however. Yes, sir. What are you doing, man? One thing that concerns me about Disney is the low volume. Hmm. Oh, I just want to trade, guys, but I'm really not seeing any setups, sadly. Let's go through the watch list, I guess. As we're going through the watch list, you guys got any questions, anything like that? Honestly, that's what I love most about doing this is I really do just like answering all your guys' trading questions, all that stuff. So if you guys got any, let me know. AAPL is looking good. That's AAL. Are you looking at hourlies, Michael, or what are you looking at? Well, let's keep on scrolling. Man, oh man, what a weird day today. Oh, I forgot. Today was the day of the unemployment releases, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. I can't imagine they'll be good. Anybody got any Anybody got any predictions on how unemployment's going to be looking in America? What was it, Kev? I haven't seen it, so I usually try and shield my stuff from that. Like when I'm trading, I usually don't try and look at that. But, you know, some people make a living off of it. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I mean, I thought we were sitting there for a while though. Like, how did it compare to last month's, Kevin? Jeff, are you still in that swing? Nice. I just couldn't. I really wanted to. Like, it was literally the perfect setup. I just couldn't bring myself to do it with the spreads. I was like, am I really willing to lose $500 right off the bat on a spread? You know, and like I was like, probably not. They added 245,000 jobs. Oh, I guess that's good. I mean, that's not a huge number though. I guess, you know, normal. Why? No, go down. Okay, there we go. Roku. Oh shoot, that ain't good then. RIP. Oh, I was gonna ask this in the Discord. Never got around to it though, guys. Do any of you guys have like a fitness brand, or any of you guys like really into fitness? Tesla testing view app. Let's pull up Tesla. Okay, that's not Tesla. Tesla. Forgot the A. You're into healthy eating. Cool, cool. F4 says nah. All right, well, lifted daily before quarantine. Awesome. Yoga. I love yoga. Yoga's awesome. I haven't done it in forever. Like I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, I used to be really into yoga. Not anymore though. Kev fam is trying to build muscle, but he don't got time, he says. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret, Kev. I promise you got time. It's just like trading, you know. Everybody's like, oh, I don't have time to trade. Like, you have time. You just don't want to make the time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody clip that. Make that like a motivational speech or something. Maybe turn that into like, you know, those like motivational TikToks. We can do that. I think that's a great idea. Fastly. What fastly? Um, I don't think that's a stock. Fizzly. Okay. Fizzly. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, it's actually making some moves today. Check that out. Hmm. If you are gonna play it, I'd play it above 88.19. It looks solid though. Looks really solid. I don't even, you know, this is the thing with being a boomer, guys. Especially when you get like comfortable trading. Hardest part is like branching out from your, you know, current stocks that you trade. Because like you have stocks that work for you. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason to move on. However, then everybody thinks you're a boomer. So like, you know, it is what it is. Give and take. Anyway, guys, I'll go through my watch list like one or two more times. Nothing's happening. I mean, as you guys can see, like that, it's pretty much just chop, you know. Looks like IWM's finally breaking out. But you know, in all these stocks that we're watching, you know, there's no really clear direction that's being taken. It's all just chopping around, if that makes sense. I'm not a boomer. I'm serious. I'm in my 20s. What do you think of AMD on the day? Hmm. I like the stock. You know, I long term, I'm always going to be bullish on it. I would play it above 93 if you really want to play it. I would stay away today. You know, just because it's had some big volume already. Um, you know, it's starting to form some sort of bull hammer, but you know, not a lot of direction yet in AMD. So I would personally stay away. Is Facebook on the watch list? Yeah, Facebook's right here. She's a beauty. She makes us some money. I know I demoted her a couple times, but I think she's back now. Kind of salty I missed snow, not gonna lie. That's a bummer, but oh well. Yeah, Phantom, what's up? What argument did we have about Facebook? The Jews around 100. Yeah, I do think it's too. I don't think it was around 100, but I do definitely think. I mean, I think all of the tech sector is way too high, in my opinion. Oh, I think when we were playing it, it was right around here. So that was probably like 250s, I guess. Because I remember there was a big gap up. No, though. I'm telling you, man. I think here's my issue, guys, is you look at especially FANG stocks, right? Especially FANG stocks, right? You look at the fair value of these guys, you know, you look at their PE ratios, all of that stuff. And I mean, they're being valued as insane growth companies, right? Let's look at Facebook's PE ratio right now, for example. I'm curious to see what it is. It's probably horrendous. Let me pull it up if this will load. Yeah, I mean, like a PE ratio right now of like 32.74. Like, you cannot tell me that Facebook has that much more growth opportunities left with them. I mean, like, there's just not that much more of the market to capitalize for them. You know, I find it a lot like Starbucks. You know, if any of you guys are familiar with like the Starbucks financials right now, they're kind of running into this problem, you know, especially in the US, where there's no more growth for them to have, right? They've expanded, expanded, expanded. And now there's literally, you know, Starbucks is everywhere. They can't really expand anymore. And I think it's the same thing with Facebook right now. You know, I think they're being priced in as a big growth stock, but I don't think they have that much growth left in them. That's not saying that, you know, speculative investors aren't going to keep on pouring money in for now. I just don't think it's a smart thing to do right now. I would be playing recovery stocks. If you guys are building like a long-term portfolio of like actual stocks, not options, I would be shooting for a lot of those, you know, recovery stocks. Um, you know, I would be shooting for small cap still. Emerging markets, those would be kind of like some, I would say those are probably like three big things that I would be focusing on investing right now. Dude, man, okay, so, you know, I have some buddies at this fund, AAM, and man, so they manage a growth stock portfolio. Not a growth stock, I'm sorry. They manage a recovery stock portfolio. And this thing is doing so well right now. Like, they were sending me their returns and they got like, I think it was somewhere, it was like 15%, you know, past 6 months, which is wild, you know. And so like, I don't know, that's something that I would be looking at. Of course, they're not all in, growth, or not growth. I don't know why I keep on saying that. Recovery stocks, they have some bonds in there, all that stuff. But I think it's wild to me. That's personally where I would be going right now. Kevin, have a great one, man. Enjoy class. See you all, or see Kevin, I guess. Disney broke, but you see, guys, check this out. This is why I didn't enter. You see how it bounced right off of this trend line right here? Yeah, yeah. Pretty cool, huh? That's honestly, that's what I love about trading. Like, look at that. That is freaking awesome. You know, pretty solid trend line. It taps it and it bounces right off. Pretty cool. So we'll wait for this trend line to break. It'll break eventually. Is going for VWAP bounce. Yeah, possible. If it does hit VWAP and bounce off, that would be a textbook example of a VWAP bounce. Good eye, Mary. Personally, I'm not really. Only thing I'm really looking to do right now, trading wise, is some momentum trading. So I probably won't be playing any VWAP bounces today. Looks really solid though. I mean, I don't know. I would probably do it. Netflix VWAP bounce as well. I hate days like this, guys. Really makes me wonder why I woke up at all today. Literally no reason to. I mean, I guess, if I didn't have to help out my sister, we would have caught in a huge one with snow. But, whatever. If nothing's happening after I go through this again, I'm out. Boring, 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 man. Is Caterpillar pushing all-time highs? They are. Very nice, very nice. Well done, Cat. Oh, perfect, Mary. I'll look at that in one sec, Mary. I'm just gonna get through my watch list here real quick. At least like half of it. All right, let's look at Kroger. This is boring. What time frame are you seeing the MACD cross on, Mary? RSI is looking in a very pleasing spot right now. Talking like 1 minute. Oh, you're talking about the 1 minute candles. Awesome. Love that. Yeah, I mean, it looks really solid, guys. I'm going to stick to the strategy I already have laid out for Kroger. I'm not going to enter here. I mean, if you're testing out some new trading strategies, I don't think there's a better stock to do it on than Kroger, though. So if you do want to test out, maybe like an RSI bounce, MACD crossover type of strategy, then what is my entry strategy? Ryan, I'm waiting for either break below 30.3 to short it, or I'm waiting for break above 31.2. Probably like we'll call it like 2-1. Break above 31.21 to long it. Reasoning being, we look at the hourlies here. We're basically, if we're longing it, we'd basically be playing a bounce off of this pretty big support here, you know? And then if we were going to short it, then it would be more so a momentum play than a range play. Just kind of playing the momentum that Kroger would catch breaking out of this to the downside. Lots of room for it to go too. Just saying, like I almost hope that it breaks to the downside. Just looks like such a great short position there. Looks beautiful. Really beautiful. And also another thing that you can notice about these, Ryan, I don't know how advanced you are into trading, all of that stuff. However, if we look at volume at the times that has been bouncing off of this, right, we see bounce here and we see massive volume here, right? We see a bounce here and we see big volume here. We see a bounce here and we see massive volume here, right? Showing us that there is a lot of people reacting to this area. So, ooh, is it close to 600? I hate playing Tesla, but like honestly, oh, why did I just type in 600? I'm kind of down to play it though. Close, Tesla close. Does that answer your question though, Ryan, as to why we're entering in one? Does the RSI not deter you in this situation? Are you talking for the short position because the RSI is so low? Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I would say at the RSI's current state, I would definitely be having some second thoughts about entering. I probably wouldn't end up entering with the RSI where it's at right now. However, I really do feel like we're going to be consolidating in this area for quite some time. So we should see the RSI level out before our next push downwards. If it pushes downwards, if we catch the long entry here, then that's going to be a great RSI position for us, yeah, I mean, definitely RSI is definitely something that's concerning. Or is it just Tesla? Not that Tesla. Boom. Yeah, lower volume on Tesla. Doesn't look like it'll break. I'm sorry, guys. I wish there was a setup to play. There's really not, though. I'll check back in at the end of the day, but I really just don't see anything here. And I mean, obviously I was hoping to trade today. However, Boeing did pay for like my next 4 trading days. So like I don't really mind not making any money today. But it's still a bummer. I was really hoping to catch a couple good setups. If anybody caught snow from the watch list, congratulations. Congratulations in advance. Up 10% today. Can only imagine what the options are at. Congrats, bros. Anyway, can I check GME or EPD? Yeah, I'll check both of those before I head out here. GME. Actually, what I find really funny about GameStop is that this was one of the very first stocks I owned. I remember I was like, when I was like really into video games, my parents would always take me to GameStop and stuff. I remember my dad was asking me what I wanted to get for like a first stock for me. And I was like, oh, you should buy me GameStop stock. So he bought me GameStop stock. I don't think it's performed very well just with, this whole, everything's online now, but pretty cool still. EPD next. Yeah. As far as GameStop goes, we saw some of that volume entering in there. However, I didn't really see any clean entry. Sandra's asking how often I do these lives. I don't know. What for those of you guys that have been with us for like a long time, I would say it definitely depends. I think there's like a 1 month. There's like a 1 month stint that like I couldn't do it at all just because I was insanely busy. But I would say when I am free, I'm usually probably doing it like 2 or 3 times a week, I would say on average. I think over the summer, I actually Zoom traded like every single day. EDP, by the way, forming a nice little, I bet you will see it easier in the hourly. Nice little, ascending scallop here. Really small one, but right. You'd be playing, I guess technically if you were playing that ascending scallop, you'd be entering right about now. Right, check out extended hours first. No, so you wouldn't be entering quite yet. You'd be entering, your entry would be 20.66 on EDP if you were going to play that ascending scallop. Just not big enough for me, but it's still definitely a viable play. Of course, Ronald. Anyway, guys, it was a pleasure. I'm sorry there's nothing to play today. It happens though. Market does it sometimes. Congrats if you caught snow. Anyway, I will see you all later today. Make sure to tune in, guys, for the drink of the day tonight. Last night we had a very nice screwball. Today I'm thinking about a mixed drink, but we will see, I suppose. All right, guys, it was a lot of fun.